All right, questions for Bo? Over here, Pat.
Yeah, Bo, the 4th and 3 with 2 minutes left. Can you walk us through the play call and then the execution of it when you guys were trying to stay on the field and end the game?
First half or second half? Second half?
Yeah, they 2 minutes left in the game.
Ask that question again.
What was the play call, and can you walk through the execution of it?
We tried a sprint out switch route, and they did a good job of covering it.
In the back here, middle, Joe.
When you talked to Bo after the game, what was your message?
I got a lot of respect for him. He's got to play the position like I do. He took some shots and he hung in there, and I think he just plays really well. I think he's one of those guys that's always consistent. He just does what he's supposed to do. I have a lot of respect for him.
In the middle, Eric.
In a game that comes down to just a couple moments here and there, how hard is it not to second guess that and try to move on?
Oh, it's hard. I'm my biggest critic. I think Coach Lanning's the same way. You can look back and go slow the film down. I wish we wanted almost everything that didn't go right back. But that's part of football. We're a play away from winning that game, and that's part of it.
On the left, Jared.
Well, just with everything, the emotional energy that goes into this game, you guys got to turn right back around and go face another top 25 team. Just how do you keep this team up during this week? It's obviously.
Well, that's just part of the season. That's college football. There's quick turnarounds. We've got a full week to prepare and get better, and we don't have time to hang our heads, and we're not going to. But I'm excited to see us respond.
James in the middle.
Dan Danshaw and aggressiveness throughout both seasons here. In these rivalry games, some of that aggressiveness has come back to bite you guys. When you go for it there at the end of the first half, when you go for it there with 2 minutes to go and it goes against you, talk about second guessing. How fair do you think some of the criticism is going to be here of these decisions, not just because of outcome, but because maybe you guys should have punted, maybe you guys should have taken a field goal beforehand?
I think it's unfair because the past game, should we have punted when we got it? Probably not. So you can't go back and second guess it and wish you did something different. It's part of coaching. It's part of football. You can't expect everything to go your way. I just think that's part of the game.
Tyson.
Bo, I think this was your 52nd start today. Like you've played a lot of football. I know that not coming out on the winning side of this one, it's probably hard to see kind of the forest through the trees in that. But this was like an instant classic of a football game. What's the emotion of coming out of something like this and trying to kind of put it all together for yourself?
Well, it's frustrating. It's tough, the outcome. Like I said, could have been so much different, but they did a good job when it mattered. They played really good defense at the end. They scored when they were supposed to score, and you play long enough, you'll be on this end of the game.
Back middle, Eric.
You feel like a lot of eyeballs in this one. You feel like this offense showed what it's capable of on that stage?
Yeah.
Ashley on the right.
First half, it seemed like you were kind of content to take a lot of underneath stuff and some short routes, and then it seemed like you guys got the deep game going second half. Were there any specific adjustments you made at halftime to kind of get things going more after you got down 29-18?
No, I think it was just part of the flow of the game. We definitely wanted to run the ball early, and that's what we began to do. And then once that started opening up the pass game, we felt comfortable with doing that.
Front middle, James.
So how aware are you or not, and how much of a motivation is it, if you are aware, of your record against top 10 teams on the road in your career, and how is that going to sit with you? If you're nodding your head, I'm sure you do know.
What is it?
0-7.
Okay, you said top 10 teams?
On the road.
Can you name the teams?
Going back to your Auburn days, yes, obviously Georgia and Alabama for several of them. I believe Ole Miss was one, and now this, I believe, was the second or third year.
There's a lot of good football teams I'm playing.
In the back, Matt.
Why is this team built to stand this and move forward and get wins?
Well, if you watch the game, it was clear that we responded. It was clear that we attacked it head on. And like I said, we're a play away from this conversation being extremely different. So, I'm proud of those guys. I'm happy for them. I got their backs, and I can't wait to respond for this one.
Two more questions. Brenna, then Joe.
the margins in this conference are so razor thin this year. Just knowing that you're not in full control of where you guys want to be at the end of the season. How does that feel now?
I mean, we are in control. We can go out and win out and put ourselves in a really good spot. And that's all we can, control, and that's all we really have to control. I mean, that's, like I said, it's frustrating to lose a game like this. It's no fun to be on this side. It's easy to go back and, well, yeah, we should have done this and we should have done that. But point blank, period, there's only one person in that position, that's Coach Lanning. And there's one group of, there's an offense and a defense, and that's who went out there and played today. And sometimes you put it all out there and it's not enough, and it's frustrating. But that's part of life. Sometimes in life you're going to get knocked down. You may get fired from a job. You may lose a sale, but I hope that doesn't stop you from going out there and trying to sell something else. So this is a great learning lesson for us. There's a lot more to life than football games. I know that for sure. And tomorrow the sun will come up. God is still good, and I'm just here to be an influence to other people, be a light around me, and if I got to use football to do that, then I'm going to do the best I can with it. And a lot of people, they want to see how we respond, and I'm excited for that. I think that's the challenge that I can't wait for, and this group is going to be able to write its own story, write its own journey, and I think if it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was, if there was no failures, then everybody would be playing football, So I think that it's part of it. You win and lose. You go out there and play your best. You go out there and enjoy the process. And even though I hated the outcome of today, it was one heck of a football game that I loved playing. And I'll lose with those guys any day because I know what they've put into it. And I know everybody can nitpick it all they want, but y'all don't see us on Tuesday and Wednesday practicing either. And y'all don't see what kind of passion and fire we play with. And so I think it's definitely, unfair to critique and nitpick those guys in that locker room, and even our coaches who do an incredible job of preparing us each and every week and getting us ready to play. And you go out there and you do your best to win the game. Sometimes you lose, and that's part of it. And I'm proud to be an Oregon Duck. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to play with this locker room. I'm proud to play for these coaches, and it means a lot to me. And I'm not going to quit on them, and I know they're not going to quit on me. And so we have a lot to play for as the season goes on. And I think it's a challenge that I'm built for, and I think I was just put in this position for that, and that's what I'm going to do. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Bo.